Hi people, Moino Wavenberg here again. This is an update on the article called My Apex, I've Done It. Um, I'm not going to go too deeply into detail. For people that have read the article and are familiar with my work, in it I discuss how I reach my goal overall, as in I'm as close to God as I can possibly be. I need to also update this because there have been quite a lot of changes since then. The power that God, or as I like to call him, Father, has bestowed upon me. Again, I need to state that this especially is for occultists because sorcerers and other occultists will understand this. I have managed to actually master the power that God gave me, that Father gave me, to the point where, similar to what you were to see, for example, in anime or anything you can think of, just like Dragon Ball Z. People that know Dragon Ball Z are familiar with it, so they understand, they get the gist of it. I can also essentially manage my power level, as in how much power I would like to utilize. I call this omnipower for obvious reasons, it's omnipotent power in nature. I need to specify that just because I have this power doesn't mean that I'm invincible. But you won't find power anywhere else, to put it that way, occult wise, than you'll find with me. That is a bold but surefire statement from me in terms of confidence, how confident I am. And I surpassed my own expectations, and long story short, it led to a point where my max power level at this point is on a scale of 0 to 3 on a scale of 0 to infinite, or 0 to infinity. My max power level was 3000. And I need to also explain something in short. Whenever I thingy, right, I power up, or I choose a specific power level, then you've got manifestations on the astral plane. There could be like butterflies all around me, or more aggressive beings that you're seeing, like dragons, for example, etc. My base power level is 200%. What 200% looks like essentially is me being engulfed by blue flames with a dragon on my back that is essentially spewing forth those blue flames. The blue dragon is a representation of the omnipower that I'm talking about, of the Dark Cairo at 200% power. You can already tell that this is, compared to the world standards, this is just beyond. Okay, like I said, I'm purely in my own class. This is literally just purely all about me. I'm literally in my own class. What I do need to pinpoint as well is that I tried pushing it to the max, and the benefit was that I came into power that you can't begin to comprehend, honestly. As close to God as I could possibly be. Hypothetically speaking, I was in front of God's throne. Hypothetically. On the astral plane, literally. The drawback is that I noticed that I lost my humanity. I was losing my humanity in the process. And I'm not kidding. My astral body transformed into a huge dragon. Think Smaug of Lord of the Rings, or anything else you can think of in a similar context. And I set that as my default power level, so I wanted to be on top all the time, literally as powerful as I could be. But I noticed drawbacks in it, in terms of the fact that it caused tremendous friction. Okay, it caused tremendous friction in my life overall. And I lost my humanity. I'm not gonna lie to you. I felt like I wasn't human anymore at some point, because spiritually speaking, I wasn't anymore. The only thing that was human was my physical body, but spiritually, no. If another sorcerer were to look at me, and I'm not gonna bring up who did so, but there is one that, just for fun, I essentially asked him or her to, I'm not going to divulge who it is. I asked him or her to simply, quote unquote, read me. And the person simply said, nah, that's just, what the fuck? That's just, wow. You're not human anymore, even. And I literally mean that. And I'm like, my reaction is, yeah, I know. That's the magnitude of power I came into contact with. And the reason I bring this up is because this is a decision. I'm 99% confident. Oh, screw it, sorry, not 99%. I'm 100% confident that this is the heaviest decision that I will be making in my life, or that not will be, I have made this decision already. a while ago, and I have made this decision, and I ended up essentially choosing humanity, preserving my me belonging to mankind still, preserving my humanity over being as close to God literally as one can possibly be, but losing your humanity in the process. So no, I did away with my max power level, to put it that way. I did away with my 300% dark Cairo, 3000% Cairo, and I simply went back to my old power level of 200. Old in a relative sense, okay. I'm also primarily recording this for my own purposes, so that I have it as a record. I have it on record. Um, and yeah, it's just, I just, for those of you that know me well and pay close attention to me, you can hear the relief in my voice. Immense relief, like a tremendous weight has been lifted off of my shoulder. Because that is the case. I literally got that close. I got that close to the point where I was no longer a human being, okay? I was the dragon, okay? But again, it meant giving up my humanity, and I simply stopped it before there was like a point of no return. No, I still want to be human on a spiritual level, on the spiritual plane, and that's why I simply went back to my old power level of 200. Now I am hypothetically speaking still the dragon, but it's just that I'm hypothetically speaking still the dragon, and I am the blue dragon. And for those of you that are wondering what does Marino's power level look like with the dark Cairo at 200%, like I said, it's a blue dragon that is on my back. That's a representation of the dark Cairo, and as well as the dark Cairo at 200%. And I'm engulfed by blue flames, and that dragon that is constantly on my back. Think of a child jumping on someone's back. That's what it's like. The dragon is constantly on my back, and he breathes flames onto my astral body, and that's what makes me engulfed by flames. He does so intermittently. That's what me being at 200% is like. Okay. So yeah, that is all. Thanks to anyone who's listening, and for those that can even remotely imagine, everything I'm saying in this audio note or voice note, just plain congratulations, because you already did a lot. If so. And to the rest that doesn't understand, don't feel bad. Like I said from the beginning, this is really primarily I'm recording this for my own purposes, and secondly it is more for occultists, fellow occultists that are on a good enough power level to the point where they understand the concept of power levels, and managing energy, as in raising it, dismissing energy, and or adjusting it, manipulating it in a non-negative way. Even in a negative way, you'll understand.